Hey everybody, welcome to Art with Carol, our first online lesson together for a Tuesday morning or whatever day you decide you're going to be doing this. For the lesson today, we're going to have a choice of supplies. So you find what's most accessible to you at home. Have you got crayons or paints or pencil crayons, oil pastels, or markers? It's totally your choice. So you're going to need to gather those supplies. You also will need to make sure that whichever kind of supply you use, that you have a black one. So either a black marker, black Sharpie, black pencil crayon, black oil pastel, black crayon. You need specifically a black one of those. And then you just need a normal size 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, just like a piece of printer paper, or whatever size you want to use. Just don't make it too small. So go gather your supplies, stop this video, and then come back here and we'll continue. All right, everybody, you've got all your supplies. And so today we're going to be using the principles of color mixing in order to talk about and to make our actual example. So first of all, if we think about primary colors, let's see. Who can tell me there's three of them. What are the primary colors? Holler it out. Okay, there is red. There is blue, although you can't tell very well that that's blue. It is blue. And yes, yellow. From these three colors, we can make all the other colors in the rainbow. And so then we want to think about what are our secondary colors. So the colors that come from these. So if I put yellow and blue together, what do I get? Exactly, green. We get green. Okay, what if we put blue and red together? What colors do we get? We get purple. It's hard to tell that's purple, but that is purple. Right on. Okay, what if we put yellow and red together? What do we get? You guys are so smart. You're right, we get orange. Here's some oranges here. All right, so today we're going to need to have some primary and secondary colors of whichever medium you've decided you want to use. Excuse me, and a couple shades of each would be helpful. But you can stop this video at any point if you realize you need to go find something. So first of all, what I would like you to do is just to draw a border around your paper with the black Sharpie, black marker, black pencil crayon. Don't worry if it's not really straight. That's the fun of it. It's going to look kind of organic. So just like that. Okay. Now, remember, artists put their names down in the bottom corner. So bottom right-hand corner, you can go ahead and print your name right now. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're just going to make a big X on our page. So let's see. Sort of like that. Go for it. Okay. Once you have that done, we're going to turn this into a 4-leaf clover, because since it's springtime, I just thought it'd be kind of fun to draw something, use as sort of a symbol of spring. So we have a 4-leaf clover coming here. So you've got your big X. See how it's taking up most of my page? Now what you're going to do is make half a heart on each side of one of those lines. Watch this. There you go. And now on the other side. There. Now we're going to do the same for each one. And there, you see how my clover is coming? It's starting to shape up. Down that way. Down that way. All right, now I could stop there and just make it a 3-leaf clover, and this could be the stem. But I really want to make a 4-leaf clover because they stand for good luck, right? And we could use some good luck right about now. There you go. There's my 4-leaf clover. What am I missing? Well, you just don't find a 4-leaf clover without a stem, so let's just add a stem in here. All right. Now, if you need more time than I'm giving you, just stop the video and then you can pick right back up again where you left off, okay? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to divide this picture into 4 parts, not equal parts. Because look, my top square is much smaller than my bottom square, but that's okay. All right, now we're going to kind of think of this as a color wheel in a sense. So we're going to take the inside, the clover, this section of clover up here, and I want you to pick for yourself a secondary color. Do you want to, if you remember what they are, so do you want to use orange, or do you want to use purples, or do you want to use greens? You pick which secondary colors you want to use and try to find 2 shades of them. So here you can see I've got 2 shades of green. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to color one side in one shade of green, and we're going to color the other side of that petal in another shade of green. So here I go. And remember when we're coloring that we want to try to fill in all of our little spaces so it doesn't look like a scribble, right? Remember we've been talking about it turning from a scribble to actually being filled all the way in. So there's my one color green. Here's another color green right here. This is my lighter. Now I know most of you will not be surprised that I picked green. Why did I pick green, you guys? Yes, you know, it's like my favorite color. And this green here is almost the color of my car, I think, isn't it? So cool. Okay, so there we go. Now, that is my secondary color of green. And now I'm going to do the opposite side down here. And I'm going to make this, I'm going to start with this shade of green. Was this my light or my dark? That's my dark. See, so I'm going to make, there was the dark one there. I'm going to make the dark one on this side. But you can totally do it however you want. We just want to have our 2 shades of green here. Okay, so coloring that in. I'm pressing kind of hard because I want it to come out nice and bright. Okay, secondary darker, secondary lighter coming on here. And now if you were watching like a video from YouTube, one that's professionally made, we could just time lapse this, but instead you're going to have to watch me do this whole thing. Sorry guys. Okay, now that is done. Now I have 2 sides of my 4-leaf clover done. Now you can decide, it's your decision, do you want these and these sections to also be the green? Do you want it to be only green? Or do you want to switch it up a little bit? I think that I am going to switch it up a little bit, and I'm going to make these ones a different secondary color. So, and I think that the color that I'll use is, let's see, I think I'm going to go with the orange. So I'm going to make this side, I'm actually kind of using 2 kinds of supplies because this orange is actually an oil pastel because it was nice and bright, and I'm at the school today doing this. So I just went foraging through our supplies. So there is one orange. Here's another orange shade here. Kind of more of a peachy, but still orange. There we go. Filling that in there. And then I'm going to switch it up, and I'm going to put this side was the light side, so I'm going to make this side the light side this time. I'm going to fill that in. Nice. Okay, look at that. Carol did pretty good at staying inside the lines there. And now my last section, I'm going to make the dark orange. There we go. Okay, so now I've got secondary color of orange and the secondary color of green. And I actually think that I will do a green right down here. I'm going to do a green stem. You could do any color because this is not like a realistic four-leaf clover. This is a colorful, do it the way you want, four-leaf clover. All right, now we've got the background sections. So since I used green for my leaf in this section, what primary colors did we say made green? Right, yellow and blue. Put them together and you mix them and you get green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put blue up here in this section, and I'm going to put yellow down here in this section. Because we know, I'm going to color the whole thing, but I'm just showing you for now, blue and yellow make green. So let's do the primary coloring in. Here we go. This takes a bit more time, and I'm holding my camera with one hand, and I've got my paper taped down to try to help me. But you have got two hands, so always remember, use one hand to steady your piece of paper, right? All right, so I've got blue on this side. And as I'm looking at this, I'm seeing I wish I had used a thicker black marker to divide my pieces, because, you know, I like to see a black border on things, but that's okay. Okay, there. Now I've left a little bit of white spaces in here, and you don't have to, but if you do, don't stress about it. I do have a plan that I'm going to show you at the end for this. Now I'm coming down here and I'm going to do the other primary color that makes green, and that is yellow. So I'm going to color the whole thing over here in yellow. Okay. Then, there we go. Okay, then my other secondary color was orange. And what did we say we need to make orange? We need red and we need yellow, right? So we're going to make one of these sections yellow and one of them orange. Oh, sorry, red. So I'm going to use the, let's see, I'm going to use the red up here, and I'm going to use the, no, I'm going to switch it. Sorry, I'm going to use the red down here, and I'm going to use the yellow up here. Yellow and red. Yellow and red together make orange. So let's color this red here all the way down. And the fun thing about this is that you have now learned how a really easy way how to make a four-leaf clover. And so each time we do art together, we're going to try to focus on lines and turning lines into drawings. So yellow and red, and my red is kind of a, it's kind of an orangey red already, but that's all right. So then I'm going to make this side yellow up here. And I've got a whole half of my page is yellow. If I had just made all of my clover leaves yellow or green and light green, then all my background would have been just yellow, yellow, blue, blue. But I decided to switch it up. So, and some of my pastel, my orange is a pastel too, and it's kind of blended in here too, but that's all right. And this is yellow, and it's hard to see that that's yellow. Can you tell? Okay. So now I've got my color mixed secondary and primary clover. So this you can call it finished at this point, or if you happen to have watercolors at home, you can see I've got mine here. You can decide that you're going to do, especially if you've used crayon, which I have, I'm going to take some of the orange from my watercolor set here. Let's see if I can get it to come up really good. Trying to not get it mixed in with everything else too much. Let's see. Oh, that's a good orange. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to just wash over all of my crayon. And you know the resist technique that we have worked on so often when we use crayons and watercolor paints. So you can see that it's sticking to the paint is sticking to some areas where the crayon isn't. So I'm going over it. Now this is totally just if you have paints at home. If you don't have paints at home, don't stress about it. Then, oh, and look, remember when I go to clean my brush, dab, 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 not swish, swish, swish. Okay, so I'm going to get another color here for my background. Excuse me, I think I'm going to do some yellow right here over top of that yellow. It's going to make it brighter, and it's going to fill in the areas where my crayon didn't get. And then since my yellows are both together, and it's hard to see this one because it's not painted, I'm going to do it maybe a bit more of an orangey color. Oh no, I changed my mind. I'm going to do it more like down here, I'm going to do it more like a blue because, let's see, make sure it's not too dark. There, oh, look at this. Because blue and yellow make green. So I'm mixing them together, get as much in there as I can. Oh, that's coming out really good. You can see that. Kind of turning into a bit of a green itself. There we go. Then up in the blue corner up here, I'm going to add some yellow to that. Because blue and yellow make green. So there we go. That's filling in some of my little spaces where I had white. Okay. Now my last one is down here, the red. And I think I'm just going to try, I don't have a really good red in this palette. I think this is kind of considered the red. Let's see if it looks very red. You'll see it's more orangey, but let's use it. We haven't used it yet. So we'll put that right down here. There we go. There. And that is our 4-leaf clover, primary and secondary colors. What I would like you to do is take pictures of your work, if you would, and if you send them to me, I will put them up on the Facebook page where this video will be also. So how fun would that be for us to be able to share that together? So I cannot wait to see what you have done, and thank you for tuning in with me for first lesson of Art with Carol.